guys, it's your girl Aubrey, and I am back with another Aubrey's Learning Corner. Whoop whoop. So today we are at the absolutely stunning ASU campus. So I was just thinking, why not have a nice scenery of water in front of the grass while reading about Rosa Parks in honor of Black History Month. So let's start reading. Rosa Louise McLaughlin Parks, born February 4th, 1913, died October 24th, 2005, was an American activist in the civil rights movement, best known for her pivotal role in the Montgomery bus boycott. Now let's go to the bus boycott. Refusal to move. After working all day, Parks boarded the Cleveland Avenue bus, a General Motors old-look bus belonging to the Montgomery City Lines. Around 6 p.m. Thursday, December 1st, 1955, in downtown Montgomery, she paid her fare and sat in an empty seat in the first row of back seats reserved for blacks in the colored section. Near the middle of the bus, her row was directly behind the 10 seats reserved for white passengers. Initially, she did not notice that the bus driver was the same man, James F. Blake, who had left her in the rain in 1943. As the bus traveled along its regular route, all of the white-only seats in the bus filled up. The bus reached the third stop in front of the Empire Theater, and several white passengers boarded. Blake noted that 2 or 3 white passengers were standing, as the front of the bus had filled to capacity. The bus driver moved the colored section sign behind Parks and demanded that 4 black people give up their seats in the middle section so that the white passengers could sit. Years later, in recalling the events of the day, Parks said, "When that white driver stepped back towards us, when he waved his hand and ordered us up out of our seats, I felt a determination cover my body like a quilt on a winter night." By Parks' account, Blake said, "Y'all better make it light on yourselves and let me have those seats." 3 of them complied. Parks said, "The driver wanted us to stand up, the 4 of us. We didn't move at the beginning, but he says, 'Let me have these seats,' and the other 3 people moved. But I didn't." Now that's determination. Good job, Parks. The black man sitting next to her gave up his seat. Parks moved, but toward the window seat. She did not get up to move to the redesignated. Okay. Parks moved, but toward the window seat. She did not get up to move to the redesignated colored section. Parks said later about being asked to move to the rear of the bus, "I thought of Emmett Till, a 14-year-old African-American who was lynched in Mississippi in 1955 after being accused of offending a white woman in her family's grocery store, whose killers were tried and acquitted. And I just couldn't go back." Blake said, "Why don't you stand up?" Parks responded, "I don't think I should have to stand up." All right. Blake called the police to arrest Parks. When recalling the incident for Eyes on the Prize, a 1987 public television series on the civil rights movement, Park asked, "When he saw me still sitting, he asked if I was going to stand up, and I said, 'No, I'm not.' And he said, 'Well, if you don't stand up, I'm going to have to call the police and have you arrested.' I said, 'You may do that.'" Oh, wow. During a 1956 radio interview with Sidney Rogers in West Oakland several months after her arrest, Parks said she had decided, "I would have to know for once and for all what rights I had as a human being and a citizen." I absolutely love that. In her autobiography, My Story, she said, "People always say that I didn't give up my seat because I was tired, but that isn't true. I was not tired physically, or no more tired than I usually was at the end of a working day. I was not old, although some people have an image of me as being old then. I was 42. No, the only tired I was tired of giving in." Okay. When Parks refused to give up her seat, a police officer arrested her. As the officer took her away, she recalled that she asked, "Why do you push us around?" She remembered him saying, "I don't know, but the law is the law and you're under arrest." She later said, "I only knew that, as I was being arrested, that it was the very last time I would ever ride in humiliation of this kind." Parks was charged with a violation of Chapter 6, Section 11 segregation law of the Montgomery City Code. Although technically she had not taken a white-only seat, she had been in a colored section. Edgar Nixon, president of the Montgomery chapter of the NAACP and the leader of the Pullman Porters Union, and her friend Clifford Durr bailed Parks out of jail that evening. Parks did not originate the idea of protesting segregation with a bus sit-in. Those preceding her included Bayard Rustin in 1942, Irene Morgan in 1946, Lily Mae Bradford, hold on, pause. Lily? That is how it's spelled, Lily. You gotta be kidding me. Ah! Shout out to you, Lily. I love you. Even though I'm gonna see you in like 30 minutes. Whatever. In 1951, Sarah Louise Keyes in 1952, and the members of the ultimately successful Browder v. Gale 1956 lawsuit. Claudette Colvin, Aurelia Browder, Susie McDonald, and Mary Louise Smith, who were arrested in Montgomery for not giving up their bus seats months before Parks. Alright, so I got all of this information from Wikipedia if you guys want to read more. There is so much. Look at this. Like, there is so much to read about her, and I barely read half of it. Like, I was nowhere close to reading half of it. But I got all this information off of Wikipedia if you guys would like to read further. Thank you so much for visiting me at this ASU campus. And, always remember, it's cool to be a nerd. Nerds are smart. They learn so many things just like you and I are, not only in the book, but so many different things now. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow with a new thing to talk about. Goodbye!